Hi, children. Welcome all of you to our fifth unit, Biodiversity, segment A, that is environment. In my previous video, we discussed how Wangari Maathai has brought a small change by introducing the themes of African stool. Already told you, she was the Nobel laureate, the first woman in Africa who started the Green Belt movement and who won the Nobel Peace Prize. And in her interview with NHK, Nippon Hoso Kyokai, she gave very interesting answers regarding the protection of the environment. See, the unit itself is biodiversity and we are discussing environment. So, in this video, children, we are going to conclude this interview. The previous video, as I told you, might have bored you, but very clearly I told you the difference between the equitable and equal distribution of resources. And I even told about the United Nations Conference for Women, which happened in Mexico. And even I told, like when the question was asked to Mrs. Mathai regarding the environment, how it was when she was young and how it is now. She very clearly told the difference even. Now, the next question is, the NHK radio asked, what happened when you started working with the women? Children, you see, these are the African tribal women. They were illiterates. So she gave a very simple, first she thought she brought the real foresters. Who are the foresters? One who studied about forests. A separate diploma is there, Like that she brought some professional foresters. In which language they taught, the tribal women didn't understand. Then she understood. The only thing is first we need to motivate them. So she motivated them telling that they are the keepers of the house. Mean they need to cook something, they need something for the firewood. How the firewood can be acquired? If they grow the trees. How trees can be grown? If they sow the seedlings. Seedlings into saplings, saplings into plants, plants into trees. So this particular method she taught in a very simple way with the help of the old broken pots. So she asked them to bring. First of all, she told them how necessary it is to protect the environment where they are living. If they couldn't protect the environment, who else would come and protect their environment? That's what very clearly she told them. And she asked them to bring the broken parts. And in that broken pots, not broken parts, they are broken pots, POTS, pots. Naturally, you see, the tribal women know what are the utensils. All are the pots only. They don't have the cookery items like what we have. No, all the crockery and all they don't have. Very simple, Nana. All with the mud and clay. So whatever the pots which are broken, in that she asked them to see that the seedlings are germinated. And once the seedlings from the seeds level small plants grew, then they gave the plastic bags. And when they nurture them, when they grow to half a meter long, now the same plants should be transplanted again on their farms. See, there every woman has got a small farm. Don't expect too much of acres. At least some half acre they have. In that they have to plant and they have to gain confidence to grow them. All the women really followed Wangari Maathai's words. Of course, it didn't happen one day. It took much time. But she proudly started calling them, you are all foresters without diplomas. She only gave diploma. Don't think she printed diploma certificates and gave. No, with words. People who really learned and read and researched about forest, they couldn't do anything with these tribal women. But Wangari Maathai spoke to them in the language of theirs, means in their own language. It's not English or Arabic or African, not that one. The language which can be understood by them, that they got it. So that was how the women responded. Next question. See, NHK people are very tricky fellows. Madam, why do you think they responded so well to your message? In one way, this is a stupid question. Because why do you think they responded so well? I mean, the answer is very simple. They could understand how we govern ourselves, why we govern ourselves the way we govern ourselves. See, three times she used govern. Because Wangari Mata, I told them, Amma, first we are the people who govern ourselves. Next, you should know why we should govern. And next one, the way we should govern. See how beautifully she said. We govern ourselves, and we should know the reason why we govern ourselves, and we should know the way how we have to govern. These 3 points he beautifully told. This is how to manage the environment, the way we are managing it. So once this is done, you see, sir, superb. Everyone took it as a responsibility. And she very clearly told them, please don't think it is a responsibility of the government. Who is the government? You are the government. Nobody from Kenya, the capital of Kenya, come here into the forest and do something for you. You are the government. This is the need, your need. This particular idea, she took into their minds. And finally, what transformation did you see? Oh, very simple answer. What transformation? Big transformation. People who didn't dare to come out and speak, and illiterate women, now she is able to understand. She is able to plant trees 5 or 10 years, and she know how to protect the plants into big trees. And now she was able to cut them and be able to give herself the energy. She could sell those trees and give herself an income, and she could feel confident that she had done something for herself. So one way there is a sense of pride, there is a sense of dignity, and they are not begging. They are doing things for themselves that was really empowering to make themselves powerful. Oh, this is the big transformation in the history of Africa. Such a big transformation. And this transformation, you see, the willingness of the people to fight for their rights, not only protect the environment. If any newcomer is coming and going to occupy, yeah, who are you to put your hand on our trees? You want the stem of the tree? Okay. You take the stem along with your hand also. They are ready to cut the hand also. Like that they became the women. Okay. And not only that, their environment, they made it very good, very clean. And they started fighting for their forests. Now they are ready to protect their forests. And now they won't allow anybody to corrupt their forests. If corrupt leaders came also, that's it, they are finished. Okay? No question. Such a big transformation. So what happened now? Places where there was dust, now today there are no more dust. Today you can see in African forests the trees, the birds, the rabbits, all which went away. In the beginning the British people, I told you already, they brought all the exotic species and they planted there. Because of them the local flora and fauna affected. No, now all they started coming back. Now the water is running very good. There is no question of parched or dried plants. Now because of the forest they became the water towers. The water is going deep into the land. Now there is a big storage of water everywhere. It is going into the ground. Such a beautiful, profound transformation she could see in the lives of the women, the tribal women of Africa. Now finally, NHK radio people, they're smarter than madam. Madam, how do you think you can influence the rest of Africa? Oh, do you think question so? This is 7th question, I suppose. Then she said, Babu, ours is not only confined to this particular part of Africa, even rest of the Africa. Because leaders from Somalia, leaders from Sudan, particularly the West Africa, drought-prone area completely, they too started engaging in negotiations. What even negotiations? Discussions, the talks. And people there, they heard about this. And the leaders started engaging themselves in the dialogue. Dialogue. Dia means two people speaking. That is called dialogue. Leaders started speaking. Already we could see the change that side, Babu. before the year women started revolting against us. So why can't we both sit together and speak and do something for the women? Like that, the leaders, the other side of Africa, they started discussing, and slowly you could see the change. The degraded land have become today the agricultural land, and there you can see the land as being completely super pristine and being raised today. And a lot of hope in what is happening in Somalia, as I told you earlier. And almost all the African leaders are discussing this green belt movement started by the one and only Wangari Maathai. Last but not the least, children, this is a beautiful question and a wonderful answer. Fitting reply, what we say. Madam, what is the one thing we can do? Tell madam. We are the Japanese people. No? Then she simply said, Nana, not only Africa, even for me, the greatest activity in my life is to plant a tree. You may ask why. It is a wonderful symbol for the environment. And when we plant a tree, Nana, we are planting a hope. Hope means tomorrow. We plant the future for ourselves, for our children, for the birds, for the animals, what not. We plant something that will last long after we are gone. See the wonderful sentence, Nana. Once again, we plant something. Here, something means a small sapling which grows into a tree that will last long after we are gone. That means, even though we are dead, definitely the tree will remain forever. That becomes a symbol for us, and it gives the great shelter and whatnot, the protection to the next generation. So, this is what I'll tell you. So, please plant a tree. Wangari Maathai concluded. So, children, I hope you completely understood this beautiful interview with the first African woman environmental activist, the founder of Green Belt movement, none other than the great Wangari Maathai. Kudos to madam, and feel proud, not simply listening. Every one of us take the word and at least plant a small sapling, see that it grows well, nurture it. If we do that, I think we are bringing a great change in the world. So hope you enjoyed my video. So with this, I sign off. A small assignment is there. I know you're all very good, you definitely do, but rewatch the video for better understanding and read the interview. Okay, bye.